growing up as a kid, yeah. All a nigga wanna have was a Burberry scarf and $3 in my pocket. Instead I got beat with a switch, but I don't give a fuck, but it's on my body. Scars all up on me, but I run around from.
What is up, everybody? It's JT Sportsman at you guys with another video. This video, I am here with my Philadelphia Eagles 2020 NFL record prediction. I'm going to be giving my week-by-week prediction on how I feel the Philadelphia Eagles upcoming season will go. And before I get into it, make sure that you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel because I upload NFL videos and college football videos daily. So the Philadelphia Eagles, in my opinion, have one of the best rosters, if not the best roster, top to bottom, in the NFL. Pretty much their only question mark is pretty much the linebacker position. Now, they had one of their starting offensive linemen get injured, but I'm not really all that concerned because the Philadelphia Eagles probably have one of the best offensive lines when it comes to depth in the NFL. Like, it seems like if one guy gets injured, another guy goes ahead and steps up and has a pretty solid season. So I'm not really all that concerned there about the offensive line. Overall, this Philadelphia Eagles team, in my opinion, is a Super Bowl contender. I think a lot of people are really sleeping on the Philadelphia Eagles, and they are one of the best teams in the NFC just from a talent perspective. And also, they have one of the best coaching staffs in the NFL as well. So, week one, they're going to be facing the Washington Redskins on the road in Washington. I already did my Washington Redskins record prediction. I had them going 8-8. I'm taking Philadelphia to win that game versus Washington. Like, Washington has a really good defense. Like, they're going to have a really good defensive line, but I think Philadelphia's offense is good enough to handle that. Week two, they're going to be facing the LA Rams at home. I'm going to take the Rams to win that game. I think the Rams could still win versus Philadelphia. On paper, the Eagles are the better team, but overall, I think the Rams should be able to still win versus Philadelphia. Week three, they face the Cincinnati Bengals at home. I'm taking them to win that game there. I think that Joe Burrow's going to be in for a long day versus that Philadelphia Eagles front seven, and I think they're going to be able to get a lot of pressure on him. So I think that Philadelphia goes ahead and wins that game versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Week four, they are going to be facing the San Francisco 49ers on the road in San Francisco. This is a game that can go either way. This could potentially be an NFC Conference Championship preview because I think both of these teams are two of the best teams from a talent perspective in the NFC. I want to take the Philadelphia Eagles to win that game versus San Francisco. Like I said, that's just a coin toss right there. You could say the 49ers could win that one, but I'm ultimately going to side with the Philadelphia Eagles to win that game there. Week five, they're going to be facing my Pittsburgh Steelers on the road in Heinz Field. Heinz Field is a really tough place to play, and the Pittsburgh Steelers just don't lose to anybody at home. Like, you got to be a Super Bowl caliber team to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers on the road. But I think Philadelphia, they have the talent to be able to do so. So I'm going to take them to win that game there. Week six, they got to face the Baltimore Ravens. This is going to be another interesting matchup because the Baltimore Ravens, they got Lamar Jackson, the reigning, defending NFL MVP, and that team is really good as well. This is another coin flip. It's just like that 49ers game. I'm going to take Baltimore to win that game. I think that Lamar Jackson could be the difference maker there. I also do like the Baltimore Ravens defense as well. They got probably the best secondary in the NFL. Marlon Humphreys, Marcus Peters, Earl Thomason at the safety position. So, I mean, like I said, that game can go either way, but I'm going to take Baltimore to win that game there. Week seven, they're going to be facing the New York Giants on a short week Thursday night, coming off a very physical game versus the Baltimore Ravens. I'm going to have to take Philadelphia to win that game. I just don't think the Giants are going to be... I think the Giants could still win. I think the Giants could still win versus Philadelphia. I know Philadelphia fans are going to be angry about that, but I just think that the New York Giants could possibly steal a game versus Philadelphia. Week eight, they're going to be facing the Dallas Cowboys before their bye week. I'm going to take Philadelphia to win that matchup. I think they could potentially end up splitting, so I'm just going to say the Dallas Cowboys and the Eagles split this year. So week 11, coming off that game versus the New York Giants, they got to face the Cleveland Browns on the road in Cleveland. This is another game that's really interesting because the Browns, from a talent perspective, are quite up there with the Philadelphia Eagles. Like, we're just looking at this game from who has more talent. The Cleveland Browns and the Philadelphia Eagles are both pretty much equal. Although the Browns, pretty much their only hole is pretty much the linebacker position. But overall, I think Philadelphia should be able to win that game. I think they should be able to outcoach the Cleveland Browns. Week 12, they're going to be facing the Seattle Seahawks Monday night. I'm taking Philadelphia to win that game there. I think that Philadelphia is the overall better team than Seattle. I don't really know how I feel about Seattle's defense in that game. And I don't really know how I feel about Seattle's offensive line. Like, Seattle fans can always say that, oh, our offensive line is improved and things like that. But really, the Seattle Seahawks say that every single year. And I'm not really all that quite confident with the current offensive line that they have right now. Week 13, they travel to Lambeau Field to face the Green Bay Packers Sunday night, or Sunday, I believe. And this is a game that I feel that favors the Philadelphia Eagles because Green Bay likes to run the football. And if Green Bay has to win this game versus Philadelphia throwing the football, which I believe they will have to, then I think that favors the Philadelphia Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles have also been pretty rock solid against stopping the run, in my opinion, especially when you look at their defensive line. So I'm going to take Philadelphia to win that game versus Green Bay. I know a lot of Green Bay fans could probably say that they would favor them to win that game because at this point in the year, it's really tough to win at Lambeau Field with the weather, with the snow and everything like that. But I think Philadelphia is just going to be able to beat the Green Bay Packers this season. Week 14, they have to face the New Orleans Saints in another marquee matchup. This game is another game that can go either way. I'm going to take Philadelphia to win that one. The reason is because I just got a little bit more faith in Philadelphia's defense this year than I trust New Orleans' defense. It seems like in big games and clutch situations, the New Orleans Saints defense, they don't really show up in big moments. They kind of disappear and things like that. So I'm going to take the Philadelphia Eagles to win that one. Week 15, they have to face the Arizona Cardinals on the road in Glendale. Now, the Arizona Cardinals are a little bit of a tricky team and a team that you really don't want to play late in the season because they're probably going to figure out things on offense. Kyler Murray is going to be clicking on all cylinders. The offense is going to be clicking on all cylinders. But the Philadelphia Eagles should win that one because Arizona's offensive line isn't all that improved. And also, I don't really know how I feel about the Arizona Cardinals defense. I've been saying that for a while doing these record predictions. I just don't really have a lot of faith in the Arizona Cardinals defense, especially that secondary line. I know they got Byron Murphy. They had a couple of guys that were banged up, Patrick Peterson and things like that. But that secondary overall is, I don't really like it. I just don't like Arizona's defense this season. So I think they go ahead, they win that one. Already have them splitting with the Dallas Cowboys. Like, you could make the argument and say that Philadelphia could sweep Dallas, but I don't really know because Dallas and Philadelphia, like, they're not all that far apart. Like, I know Dallas lost a lot. They lost basically half their secondary. They're going to have a lot of young guys starting. But, I mean, when you just look at that offense and you look at that defensive line, like, I really don't see Dallas getting swept by the Philadelphia Eagles this season. So, I'm going to take Dallas to go ahead and win that Week 16 matchup. Week 17, they have to face the Washington Redskins. And I'm going to say that they go ahead and they mop the floor with Washington. Now, Washington probably could split, but in all reality, I think that the Philadelphia Eagles go ahead and they sweep the Washington Redskins. So I got the Philadelphia Eagles going 12-4 this season. Now, they could end up being a lot better. Like, they could beat the Chargers. They could sweep the New York Giants this season. They could win that game versus Baltimore. So at best, they could go 15-1. Maybe you make the case that they could go 16-0. But I think that they do lose one of those games to New York. Like, I just feel like they have lapse in concentration that game, and they go ahead and lose that game, and I still think they can end up losing to the Rams. So overall, I think 12-4 is a realistic prediction for the Philadelphia Eagles this season. At best, they could end up going 14-2, 13-3, 15-1, but I still think they're going to be one of the best teams in the NFC. I do think they should be the favorite to end up going to the NFC Championship game and facing either the Tampa Bay Buccaneers or the San Francisco 49ers. So let me know how you guys feel about the Philadelphia Eagles upcoming season down in the comment section down below. Make sure that you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel for more NFL videos and content, and thanks for watching.